And this is Fix My Biz, where we're talking Maluleka Funeral Services today, a business owned by Kenny Maluleka. And of course, our Biz Wiz team is in the house, Bill and Thane, joined by a special guest from Nedbank Small Business Services, Sibongiseni Ngutze. Hello and welcome.
Good to be in your program, Andile.
It's an absolute pleasure. Now, you have some unique insights on what it takes to be in business, particularly with regards to Kenny's situation. Share what you're thinking.
I think just from a synopsis of what the specialists went in and were able to retrieve from the information provided, it's very clear that there are four main challenges inside of Kenny's business. Clearly, the first one is that the business has been growing, and spectacularly at that, but that growth hasn't been matched with building organizational capacity. And one of the things that's clearly that needs some attention is formalizing the affairs of the business, both financial and administratively, and clearly also to start planning very clearly ahead how cash flow is going to be managed in that business in a way that doesn't compromise how he invests and how he uses the cash flow that's currently generated in that business.
That speaks very nicely to your fix, Thane. Tell us what he needs to fix and how you think we're going to go about doing that.
Sibongiseni, I'm glad you raised that, because what I find in small businesses, very often the business owner tends to buy his inventory, his assets for cash, because he has no access to formal funding.
But isn't that a good thing? I mean, surely if I had R1 million, I'd much rather buy all those things cash rather than...
The problem, Andile, that it impacts upon your cash flow. So what happens is if you buy an asset that you use for longer than 1 year, you should not be buying it out of your daily or your monthly cash flow, because at the end of the month you'll find that you don't have enough money to pay your wages and your staff and even yourself. Sometimes the small business owner himself doesn't get paid because he's bought this asset cash.
So debt can be a tool that you can use for your business in a positive way.
Absolutely. I tend to agree with Thane. Clearly, one of the things we found out is that the business is generating sufficient profits. Those profits are retained in the business. But unfortunately, what is happening is that all the cash flow that's being generated in the business is used to acquire long-term assets, namely vehicles, buildings, and things like
Kenny,
that.
and that puts your business under pressure, hey? Because one of the key issues you've raised is that cash flow is an issue for you.
It's a problem, yeah.
But there is something, Kenny, I think, Kenny, that maybe you can explain to us, is that when you buy a vehicle, it's tough to go get it financed. Yeah, and what is the reason? Because you were explaining to me, but I didn't quite have it, okay?
Yeah, you need a partner that understands you.
Yeah, and because your cars, the vehicles, you can't just get a car that...
They need to be converted.
They need to be converted. So when you buy them, they have to be converted.
That's right.
So you may not want to buy a new vehicle.
That's right.
You end up buying a second-hand vehicle,
which your partner might not be
maybe
into.
A bank may not understand.
Might not understand.
But you've got to have that in order to make it so that the coffins fit in. That's really what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're getting deep into it, but I need very quickly your fix. So formalization seems to come key with you two gentlemen. And so what's your fix, Bill, do you think, for him, and how do we solve it?
Well, my visit to him was that Kenny has two main markets. He has the funeral services market, which is very, it's large, but he'd like to triple it. And then he has what you call a cash business, which is those with a lot more cash in their pocket. And
especially by the time they die.
That's right. And that market's important to him. Yeah. But what he has to do is take his premises that we visited and upgrade it. Yeah, he's got to do a facelift.
So his image is important.
So the image is there, and then at the funerals, what he can do too, because see, what I think about Kenny and the reason why he went in the business, it's because he cares and he gives phenomenal service. So at the services, he's got to make sure when those people are interested in who he is, they can pick up something and take it home.
I think we should point out the living.
The living, yes.
And not the dead. Kenny, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's fix his biz. Let's make things happen. Come on. right, this is Fix My Biz, featuring, of course, the business of Kenny Malulega Funeral Services, and, of course, the BizWiz team, Bill and Thane, in the pleasant company of Sibongiseni, all the way from Nedbank Small Business Services. Gentlemen, having fun so far? Having a look at this business?
Great.
All right, our Fix My Biz team is busy at your business. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Kenny.
I'm very
So are
excited.
we. So are we. Gentlemen, final words. Let's talk about what these fixes are going to be and how they're going to impact his business positively going forward.
Kenny's done fantastic so far. He can only grow the business more if he gets more people like him. He needs more agents to open more funeral societies.
Sales.
And I would say that he needs a sales director.
Awesome. Kenny?
That's right.
Noted? Yeah. Right. Thane?
Well, from a financial perspective, Kenny, you need to formalize your administration, get the right financial management system in place so that you've got your numbers according to generally accepted accounting principles so you can get funding, so you can stop paying cash for everything.
Can we just point out that his business is really, really well capitalized at the moment? He should be able to walk into any bank and throw his weight around.
Absolutely, Andile. I think if you look at Kenny's business, it's a well-run business. All he needs to do is to fix a few things around financial management and administration, and I think you'd then be able to get investors and partners in his business that would take his business beyond where it currently is.
Right.
Sibongiseni, the continuity of Kenny's business very much depends upon Kenny as a person. What do you think of the possible impact of perhaps his death, disablement, whether it's permanently or temporarily, would have on...
Goodness forbid.
Absolutely. Would have on his financial situation with a financial institution?
Thanks, Thane. You know, if you look at most small businesses and small business owners, and the challenge that we have posed around financial management and planning, clearly an entrepreneur like Kenny has to seek professional advice from a financial planner around how they minimize and manage the risk of continuity in the business. And there's a number of instruments and interventions. And that's really why we've come together with this multidisciplinary team to look at how do we help you become successful, how do we manage the risk inside of your business, and how do we make sure that your business thrives beyond the point where it is today.
Okay, Kenny, you've been awfully quiet. We've learned today that cash is not always king. Planning goes a long way. Formalization is essential. All I need to do right now is go check out what our team has been up to, because that's the real exciting bit. Getting to see what we've done in helping you fix your biz. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we are at Fix My Biz headquarters with Kenny. There were some biz bugs in your business that we had to fix.
Yes, brother.
And among them is the issue of legal and financial planning and structuring and formalization.
That's right.
Thane's here to actually give you a solution to some of those issues.
Looking forward to.
Hi, Kenny.
Yeah, thank.
How are you?
All right, you know, bro.
Well, thanks. How's it, Andile?
Great, Thane. So tell us a little bit about what Kenny here has to do to fix some of the bugs in his business.
The two issues that Kenny we identified was one, from a legal perspective, Kenny did not have employment contracts for all his staff.
No.
So what we've done is, Kenny, we've got a pack here for you, which gives you an examples of employment contracts, disciplinary procedures, grievance procedures.
That's great.
So you can avoid the CCMA as far as possible.
Thank you much.
So there you go.
Thank you.
Lay that to rest.
Yeah, it's a great leap. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So, our BizWiz Thane says that Kenny needs to formalize his business. So we've guided him on how to put the right employee contracts and procedures in place.
Well, but Kenny, we have given you some excellent advice through Thane, but we have even more great advice directly from Nedbank Small Business Services in the form of portfolio manager Rubina Shamshideen. Hi, Rubina.
Hi.
Awesome. Some excellent advice you have waiting for him.
Yes. Hi, Kenny.
Hi, Rubina.
It was an absolute pleasure meeting with you earlier. We addressed 3 business aspects, one being your asset-based finance in terms of motor vehicles for your funeral parlor.
Yeah.
Secondly, your key man insurance, and thirdly, your will.
That's right.
Then also you've mentioned various business interests that you have in other businesses.
That's
In
right.
order for the bank to assess those, the holistic picture of the business,
That's right.
we need the financial documents that we've also discussed earlier. And lastly, Kenny, I really look forward to a lasting relationship, business relationship with you going forward. And should you have any questions at any time, feel free to contact me.
Definitely.
Well, his business isn't going anywhere, is it, Kenny?
No, it stays with that.
It stays with Nedbank.
For better cash flow, Nedbank is advising Kenny on how to arrange the appropriate financing. Kenny will also have to make sure that he has personal insurance and a will.
Well, there you go. We've got so many more biz bugs to check out at Malulega Funeral Homes, and we will be going there. Soshanguve next.
Do you own a small business? Does it have a projected annual turnover of up to 7.5 million rand? If so, your business could feature on the 13th episode of Fix My Biz. Just SMS Fix My Biz and your name to 34333 or email fixmybiz@etv.coza.
I've never been this excited to come to a funeral home. Okay, and now I've got your friends and family, the community of Soshanguve. Come on, guys, give it up. All right. And they're all here to do one thing, to check out all the fixes we've done for your business. And let's start with outside. Your money color, it's yellow, not so?
Yellow.
But the reason it stands out and it pops is because that gray is allowing it. No more of that pink and stuff like that, not confusing that, right? And then on your car, you can now drive around Soshanguve. Your friends can, and they'll know exactly who you are and what you're there to do. They can call you for advice on their policies and stuff because they know who you are and it's well done. Small things, but Ken, small things make a huge difference. And of course, we're getting you started. So a beautiful sign without the hard work and the dedication to take your brand and your business forward is nothing. Am I right?
Right.
All right, enough talking, guys. Do you want to see what's going on inside? Yeah! All right, let's go.
Okay, Kenny, we've branded your sign outside. We've done your reception sign for you. This is your business cards, and this is your flyers that we've designed and printed for you. And what we have here is a corporate identity manual. If you have a look inside, obviously your logo that we're going to use going forward, example of a pull-up that we can take and use at shows and also to advertise yourself, corporate clothing that you can later on do for your people working for you and get them looking more professional. This is it's a letterhead layout, which you can use it on your invoices as well, so that all the branding is consistent. And this is the business cards that we have for you. And all the information is on the disc. And with tools like this, you'll go forward and I'm sure your business is going to do much better.
Thanks so much, Jason. This is very professional. I like it.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
As part of Kenny's image upgrade, he needed new and better signage, proper branding, and focused marketing. So we've given him the right tools to do the job.
Look, the mats, the floor, that's awesome.
Revamped, yeah.
I don't mind sitting down this time because your couch is sorted out. That's awesome, fantastic. I love the cushions. All right. Yes, man, and the touch here, the lamps, the light, but Ken, light.
Very nice.
Yes, give me one. What do you guys think, huh? Great. Come on, what do you really think? Okay, don't want to wake anyone up. Kenny, this is awesome. I'm sure you like the changes.
Very much.
Great fixes.
Very nice.
Not just the visual stuff. Bill and Thane had awesome things to contribute to your business, but you have to take it further though.
That's right.
Okay?
We've spruced up Kenny's reception to complete the image upgrade. He also has to promote his business better, so he now has flyers and business cards. To expand his sales efforts, Kenny has to employ salespeople.
And then, to all of you at home, be sure to join us again next week when we meet another awesome, gutsy, amazing entrepreneur. And we're going to help them right here on Fix My Biz.